Hey everybody, it's Lori. I wanted to share with you an album that I just finished up, and really just finished up like this morning. That has to leave with me in a couple of hours. It's a baby album that I made for the daughter of one of my really close friends. She is expecting her first baby, and it'll be the first grandchild for my friend, and she asked me if I would do a baby album. And the catch is that it had to be frog themed. And boy, let me tell you, that was a challenge. Because there really isn't any frog themed paper out there unless it's all digital paper. And I knew it was going to be a bigger album, so I didn't really want to print off a whole ton of papers that were frog themed in digital format. So what I did was I tried to use more solid color papers from Baby Stacks and then just add a bunch of frogs to it. So I did the best I could, so I hope she likes it. I used paper from a couple of different DCW V stacks. I have used some sheets from the Little Mister stack, and then also another DCW V stack, this baby boy one. So it's got a variety of papers in there, and I think it turned out pretty good. So I really put a lot of effort into it. So I'm really hoping that she likes it. And you know, cutesy is really not my thing, so this was another challenge for me. It was definitely another album that was out of my comfort zone. So I don't know. I'm so used to vintage and girly girl, so I think it turned out pretty decent. So this one is an 8.5 by 8.5, is the cover size, and then like 8.25, I think, are the pages. But I did that wraparound style closure, and then I put some specialty paper on the spine that's in kind of a pale lime green color, kind of. Didn't really do anything to the back. The paper's kind of busy. And then I bought a sheet of stickers from Hobby Lobby that I backed with a chipboard, and I put the little prints with the froggy here on the cover of that. And then I did some fussy cutting of some hot air balloons in the paper and some clouds. And then I also printed off a cloud from my silhouette library. And then the closure, I just did some like a baby blue color ribbon in a chevron pattern. It was actually blue and white, but when I colored the back, because the back was white, and I wanted it to be blue, so I used some of the Tim Holtz Weathered Wood Distress Stain, and when I put it on the back, it kind of bled through the front, so it is now completely blue. And I just set a couple of eyelets here on the flap, and then I did the same thing here on the cover, and then I just fed some of that ribbon through there to tie in a bow. And once I kind of wish I had made the spine a little bit bigger, because I crammed so much stuff in here that I really have to almost sit on it to tie it so it closes okay. So, start with the first page here. This big envelope pocket here I cut out with my silhouette, and same thing with this frog here with the crown, and then I just put a little Fotomat on it, and then I thought she could use this pocket to stick mementos in, so I put the baby shower invitation in there. Baby shower is today. And then a little slide out Fotomat here. Fotomat or journaling card, whatever she wants to use it for. And then on this page, I just did a skinny little bottom pocket here, and I put one of those chipboard stickers on there. And I cut this tag out from the paper. And then I did a couple of little flaps here with some little frog buttons that I'm using for the string to wind around. And this idea here with the little die cuts for the hinges here, I got from Angela Venable. I had never even thought about using those, but I really like it. It's easier than making you know, like a hinge on each one of the flaps. Plus, it kind of adds some character to the book itself. So, and then I cut another one of those clouds out, from the Silhouette Library, only I made it a little bit bigger, and it actually came with the word boy on the bottom, like hanging from it, but I just thought that looked kind of silly, so I cut him off, and then his name is going to, they know it's a boy obviously, and his name is going to be Wesley, so I just hung some chipboard alpha stickers from some baker's twine on there, or making it look like it's hanging from the cloud, I should say. And then another little cutout here with a little baby blue, it's not a real safety pin, but it looks like a safety pin. Came from Hobby Lobby, spare parts. And then each one of the pages I made a pocket page for a nice big Fotomat, and I put a little frog on the top of each one of them for a tab for a pull. Alright, this is going to be kind of cumbersome to, to hang on to here. Okay, and then this page, I made some little Fotomat booklets. Each one of them are trifolds, like that. And a couple little pockets here with tags, with little frog buttons on them. Oops. And then a couple more of those little the stickers that I put on chipboard. And then this one here, I got a few of these little digital frogs, cute little baby frogs, from an Etsy store that I printed out and then fussy cut, and I will give you the link to the store that I found them on. And then another one of those little chipboard stickers that I put and for just, what do you call it, like a little tab pull or something, because there's a magnet in here and it'll be easier to open if you can just grab onto it like that. And then I did just a little Fotomat here, and I just used, I think it was an EK Success punch for the borders of that one. And then the pull out here, nice big Fotomat here, and I put kind of a gray color sparkly little button on there, and each one of the tags, I should say, has some a little ribbon made out of organza along with the button or whatever I put on them. And here's the Fotomat. And then, let me turn this a little bit, because I think I'm going to have trouble showing each side if I don't. And then this one, I just did a few little flip Fotomats, and I made each one of them a pocket that I put a tag in. That was cut out from the paper, another little sticker here. I need to figure out how to set up my tripod so I can just lay these things down. I can flip through them. Can't seem to get it in a good spot where my big head isn't in the way. And then this Fotomat here, I did have another one of the chipboard pieces there, and this pulls down like this. There's quite a bit of room in here for pictures, as you can see. And then there's another tag here. And then right here, on this page, another little bottom pocket here that I used a Fiskars border punch on. And a nice big tag. And there's a sideways waterfall here for several pictures. And another big Fotomat. And then on this page, I put another one of those cute little frogs and another tag here with one of the safety pins on it. And then this Fotomat here, took a couple of buttons and some baker's twine here for the closure. And this is one of those multi-fold Fotomats here. Oh, and a little side pocket here that I used a Fisker's punch on. And then over here, a little bottom pocket with some of the cutouts from the paper. Another sticker here. And another cutout with a frog button on it. And a couple more tags here. I ended up having to use a couple of other animals here, so they don't really match the frog theme, but they're extra tags. So, and then a nice big Fotomat here. Oh, and then the big Fotomat for this page. And then this one here, another one of those frogs. And I cut this baby bottle front with my silhouette and made it into a Fotomat. And then cut this from the paper, this giggle, and then another little pocket here with a frog button on it. And then over here, another one of the chipboard pieces there with the sticker, and this little guy here, frog button with a piece of ribbon here to just use as a pull. And this folds up a couple of times. And there is a magnet in there for a closure, and then down a couple of times. I keep forgetting to show you this big Fotomat here. Not that it's exciting, because they're all the same. And then this one over here, I put another one of the chipboard pieces here to grab for an opener. And this is a nice big area for Fotomats, nice big trifold area. And then this tag here with a froggy button on it. And then over here, I did this big envelope here with my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch. And another one of those baby frogs. And then I made a little Fotomat booklet here with several spaces for photos. And then I just tied it with come on, with some of the baker's twine in blue and white. And then the tag for this one with a sparkly button. I'll do that later. Then on this page, another one of those cute frogs, and then I'm using him as kind of a holder here for this little card here that I cut out with my silhouette. It says Baby Boy, and then I just matted it with some paper for some Fotomats. Oh great, I'm going to bend it here. Alright, and then another tag here with a frog button. And then the last page is a waterfall with a frog button and another piece of ribbon here for a pull. And this also has a magnet in it to help hold it closed. And then I cut out a piece from the paper there, and then another piece up here. I had a lot more stickers and chipboard pieces to put in there, but the album was getting so stuffed that I didn't want to add any more thickness to it, because I was already having a hard time getting it closed, and she doesn't even have pictures in it yet. So, and so I didn't do anything with the flaps here. Maybe she can stick some pictures or do some journaling in there or something. But that is my first attempt at a baby album. It didn't turn out too bad, I don't think. So thanks a lot for taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good day.